It was manipulation. I thought that it showed, firstly, Harry absolutely desperate. I thought that Meredith Maines, who is a very aggressive PR for the Sussexes.
Rumours about Meghan Markle have circulated for years, and now royal biographer Tom Bower has renewed focus on controversial aspects of her past, including unproven claims about her lifestyle before marriage. At 85 years old, Bower speaks freely and suggests that Markle's public story contains inconsistencies and disputed facts. Bower has made strong statements, claiming her account contains numerous falsehoods. He suggests she uses her daughter to deflect attention from marital problems with Harry and questions her public comparisons to Princess Diana, stating that Markle cannot replicate Diana's legacy. For someone who has built her reputation on discussing personal struggles and managing her public image, Bower argues these questions pose significant challenges. According to Bower, his findings challenge the public narrative surrounding Markle's story.
Got way beyond herself because she really doesn't understand the British royal family or Britain, but understands how to project her clients. And so I think she got it wrong by leaking it or even letting anyone know about.
Meghan Markle has faced persistent rumors about her attendance at exclusive yacht parties during her early acting career. These gatherings reportedly included wealthy business people and celebrities. Markle has publicly rejected these claims as false accusations, but biographer Tom Bower believes the stories continue because they follow a recognizable pattern. Bower argues that Markle's professional success appears less connected to acting ability and more to strategic relationship building with influential people. By bringing up these stories again, Bower presents Markle not as someone who earned a Hollywood success through traditional means, but as someone who used her image and connections to advance her career in questionable ways. According to Bower, this interpretation creates the most damaging impression. Markle aims to be seen as someone who achieved success independently, but Bower has brought attention back to ongoing rumors about her past. Bower's second major claim focuses on what he calls Markle's fixation with Princess Diana. He argues that Markle doesn't honor Diana as Harry's late mother, but instead tries to imitate her public image. Bower points to similarities in clothing choices, photographic poses, and what he describes as planned media moments that mirror Diana's public appearances as someone under constant scrutiny. However, Bower believes his strategy has been unsuccessful. He states directly that Markle cannot replicate Diana's appeal. According to Bower, Diana earned public affection because people viewed her as genuine and authentic. However, many people now view Markle as artificial, self-serving, and calculating. What she intended as honoring Diana's memory appears forced to observers, and the public remains unconvinced. Rather than successfully following Diana's example, Markle is seen as an unsuccessful copy. Bower made a statement that received widespread media attention when he claimed Markle has told so many conflicting stories that they are overwhelming in number. He points to specific examples, such as a statement that she never researched Harry online, alongside varying accounts of her first meetings with King Charles and the late Queen. According to Bower, these inconsistent statements have become too obvious to overlook. Bower also points to the Oprah interview, noting that several claims made during the broadcast were questioned or contradicted shortly afterward. His argument is straightforward. When someone frequently changes their account of events, inconsistencies accumulate. Eventually, people begin doubting everything that person says. According to Bower, Markle has lost public trust and is now viewed as someone who adjusts her personal history to gain public support. Bower makes his most serious allegation about Markle and Harry's relationship. Despite their polished Netflix series and carefully planned public appearances, Bower claims their marriage faces significant problems. He references unnamed sources who suggest Markle highlights her role as a mother to divert attention from marital difficulties. Bower's conclusion is direct. Rather than addressing relationship issues privately, Markle uses her children's presence in media narratives as part of her public relations strategy. To observers, their relationship appears less like a genuine romance and more like a business arrangement focused on maintaining their public image. What seemed like a perfect marriage is actually built on appearances rather than substance. Bower examines Markle's connection with the entertainment industry. When she initially moved away from the UK, she expected Hollywood to treat her with special status due to her royal connections. Initially, the industry did show her respect, but that enthusiasm has since faded. According to Bower, film and television producers now privately describe her as challenging to work with. Many celebrities reportedly choose not to be publicly associated with her. Fewer invitations to high-profile entertainment events are being extended to her. Markle is no longer viewed as Hollywood elite, but rather as someone who could damage others' reputations by association. The ongoing rumors about her past activities make this perception worse. These unverified claims, including alleged connections to controversial figures and wealthy individuals, reinforce the idea that Markle's public image relies on controversy rather than professional achievements. Instead of being someone others want to emulate, she is viewed as problematic and potentially harmful to associate with. Bowers' claims about Markle's past activities, her attempts to emulate Diana, and her alleged pattern of inconsistent statements. Bowers' claims about her past activities, her troubled marriage, and Hollywood's distancing were significant. However, in the following section, Bauer makes even stronger allegations about the potential downfall of Markle's public image and business ventures. Bauer points to Markle's intense focus on managing her public story. He references her Oprah interview, claiming she insisted on having control over the final edit, and her Netflix documentary series, which he suggests was designed to position her as Diana's successor. According to Bauer, Markle is fixated on controlling how she is perceived publicly. However, he argues there is a clear problem with this approach. The more she attempts to manage a narrative, the more she tries to control it, the less authentic it appears. People are perceptive and can recognize when something feels manufactured. Markle's public presence now seems heavily managed by public relations rather than genuine. Beyond imitating Diana's clothing choices and photo opportunities, Markle has attempted to use Diana's reputation to build her own. However, unlike Diana, who gained worldwide compassion through real personal struggles, Markle's efforts have not succeeded. People who disagree with her approach now ridicule the comparison. Social media users frequently criticize her planned media appearances. Bauer states his position directly. Markle cannot replicate Diana's appeal because Diana had genuine public affection. Markle receives limited acceptance at best and faces ridicule at worst. Initially, Markle enjoyed significant public support. People viewed her as a contemporary, self-reliant woman bringing fresh perspectives to the royal family. However, current surveys indicate her approval ratings have declined significantly in both the UK and United States. The reason for this change is that public sympathy decreased as she made more public statements. Rather than appearing strong, people notice inconsistencies in her accounts. Rather than seeming genuine, people perceive her actions as strategic. Rather than displaying Diana's openness about personal struggles, people perceive Markle's portrayal of herself as a victim to be commercially motivated rather than genuine. Bauer contends that Markle's numerous conflicting statements have finally created serious consequences. He points to the Oprah interview, her statements about Archie's royal title, the reported car incident in New York, and various legal cases. According to Bauer, each time these stories are examined more closely, her trustworthiness suffers further damage. Once public trust is lost, it becomes extremely difficult to restore. Bauer suggests Markle has reached a critical point where people not only question what she says, but automatically assume she is being dishonest. Bauer's most serious allegation concerns her business ventures. He claims Markle's commercial brand is failing, noting that her Spotify partnership ended and suggesting she faces significant financial difficulties. Netflix is apparently reconsidering its relationship with Harry and Meghan. Entertainment industry leaders are keeping their distance. The royal family no longer publicly engages with her. She previously enjoyed widespread opportunities and influence. Currently, she faces declining business ventures, marital difficulties, and a public image associated with controversy rather than achievements. To summarize the key points, in this analysis, Bauer outlined Markle's intense focus on managing her image, her unsuccessful attempt to emulate Diana, the decline in public support, her pattern of conflicting statements, and her struggling business brand. When combined with the earlier claims, the overall assessment is highly critical. Meghan Markle, who aspired to become a modern version of Diana, instead of becoming a Hollywood success, she is now viewed as calculating, untruthful, and losing public importance. For Markle, Bauer's statements represent more than simple criticism. They pose a serious threat to her public image and business interests. When someone who has spent years investigating influential people claims her inconsistencies are overwhelming, people pay attention and tend to accept his assessment. This is a result. Bauer has attacked what Markle considers most important, her reputation, and systematically undermined it. He covered the unverified rumors about her past, her unsuccessful attempts to copy Diana, her pattern of conflicting statements, problems in her marriage, and the decline of her business ventures. According to Bauer, this analysis completely damages her public standing. Previously, Markle thought she could change public perception through strategic public relations efforts, but people now recognize these tactics. The entertainment industry is creating distance from her. The royal family has withdrawn their support, and Bauer has publicly stated what many people were privately considering. According to this view, Markle's success is based on falsehoods and is rapidly declining. This raises an important question for consideration. Do you think Meghan Markle's public image and business ventures are permanently damaged? Has Bauer's criticism finally ended her controlled public story? Or do you believe Markle has additional strategies available? Perhaps another way to reinvent herself and maintain public attention, even if through controversial means? Share your opinions in the discussion section. Feel free to express your honest thoughts. This conversation extends beyond just Meghan Markle. It examines whether inconsistencies and conflicting statements and PR strategies can ultimately overcome factual information. If you believe Markle's ability to mislead people has ended, please show your support by liking this content to help it reach more viewers. Remember to follow our channel and enable alerts because the story of Harry and Meghan continues to develop. If Bauer is revealing information about Markle now, there may be additional disclosures in the future. While misleading information can be widespread and overwhelming, accurate information eventually becomes known. Meghan Markle may now be facing the consequences of this reality.